Back here to Hagerstown, Indiana. Hagerstown High School. Hagerstown, Indiana, home of Willie and Red Smorgasbord, Abbott's Candies, world famous caramels, and Pizza King.
Pizza King, yep. Actually, their little Frosty Boy type place, I forget what it's called now, is actually pretty good.
I've not been there. I frequent Willie and Red's and Abbott's Candies, though. We want to welcome everybody here to tonight's varsity matchup between the Eastern Hancock Royals and the Hagerstown Tigers. Eastern Hancock comes into this game with a record of 17-6. The Royals won a close one on Tuesday night against Pendleton after dropping a heartbreaker last week to Newcastle there in the Fieldhouse.
Yep.
We called that one 35-34. That was just a heartbreaking loss there for the Royals. Eastern Hancock's been averaging about 64 points a game and only giving up about 40 points a game. So, you know, I looked at this week, they're 6th in the state in average margin of victory. So, you know, we got to keep that rolling, keep up the offensive production here tonight. You'll see that Hagerstown's wearing the white jerseys. They are National Guard jerseys. It's Military Appreciation Night, so some of the numbers may be off from what their normal numbers are. So we'll have to, if we make mistakes, we apologize. It's due to the numbers being off here. A couple things I want to talk about before the game, before we get started with schedules and things like that, in conference standings, sectional standings. One thing that we never really recognized too much about the Spalding twins and their scoring numbers. One of the things that this team had talked about prior to the season, they didn't want to focus on any kind of individual stats. They wanted everything to be team-related, but Scott and I want to make sure to kind of congratulate Jacob and Silas Spalding, the first twins in Hancock County history to both score 1,000 points in their career, and the first brothers in Eastern Hancock history to score 1,000 points in their career. So Silas currently at 1,038 points. He's sitting 8th all-time. Jacob's sitting at 1,195. He is 6th all-time and only 15 points away from passing Pete Hubert to move into that top 5. They'll have a long way to go to catch up to the top 4 that are all over 1,400 points. But if we make a deep turning run, you never know what can happen, especially if we make a deep turning run. It's probably going to be on the back of Jacob Spalding scoring. A couple other things. The games played in their career. Tonight's game, as both of them started, they will break the record for games played in a career. This will be their 100th game each. So they're currently tied with Landon O'Neill and Cole Rainbolt for that with 99 games each. Now we look at the Hagerstown Tigers. Hagerstown comes into this game 7-15, but from what I've watched on film, it's kind of a deceiving record. They have played right with a lot of really good teams like Northeastern and just come up short at the end. Kind of a hot and cold team that's capable of playing really well and playing with anybody, or when they struggle to score, sometimes they have games where they just can't put the ball in the basket, and that's where they end up losing. So a deceiving record of 7-15. Like I said, I think this is a team that, you know, could very easily push us and win this game tonight if they play well and their shots are falling. And you never know here on senior night, last game at home, because this sectional is actually being hosted at Shenandoah this year. So this is the last home game for these seniors. You never know what can happen. Magical things happen for them on senior night. I'm going to go ahead and look at some of our pregame stuff here. Let's look at Eastern Hancock's schedule. The Royals have played, this will be their 24th game this season, the most games they've ever played in school history in a regular season. You're allowed to play 22 or 20 in a tournament, and we played in the Bob Wedig tournament over at Richmond this year to give us those extra games. So 24 games, Royals, as we said, 17-6 on the season, and they've played well. They've, you know, of late, Newcastle's really that only stumble if you look on there of late. We've been on fire since that Greenfield game on January 14th. Look at Hagerstown's schedule. Hagerstown is, I said, it's just been up and down, hot and cold, hot and cold. You know, they've got good wins against teams like Lincoln, Lincoln's a really tough team to beat. You know, they beat Knightstown by 23, what was that, last week? And then just fell to Tri by 7 the other night. So, again, this is a team that can, when they're scoring, they can play with absolutely anybody. Quick look at the conference standings, the Mid-Eastern Conference. Eastern Hancock going to wind up second unless something drastic happens and Wapahani loses tonight, which I don't see happening. And they lost on that heartbreaker. Wapahani, Isaac Andrews hit a buzzer beater literally as the horn sounded to beat us by 1. That was just a back-breaking game there for the Royals to lose the conference. Hagerstown, kind of middle of the pack in the TEC. Pretty good TEC this year. If you look at those records, a lot of teams with double-figure wins, especially Northeastern Tri, definitely favorites to win their sectional. Although, like I said, the Tigers, if they have anything to say about it, they're going to try to win that. And I think the Tigers have a pretty good draw. I think they got a bye, and they play Knightstown, who they just beat. So Hagerstown with a good draw.
Yep, if you can make it to the championship game without having to play the best team or the favored team, that's pretty good.
And if you can get there, you never know what's going to happen. It's just one game.
Yep.
We say it a lot. Sectional standings for these two teams, as we said, Hagerstown will be heading to Shenandoah. Northeastern, Shenandoah, Hagerstown, Knightstown, Union County. And Northeastern and Shenandoah play each other right off the bat on Tuesday night. The Royals are hosting their first sectional ever. Not first one we've played in, but the first time we've ever hosted a sectional. We are hosting Cecina, Indianapolis Riverside, Triton Central, and Irvington Prep. The Royals will be in action Tuesday night against Irvington Prep. We will be there with all the action, hopefully all 3 nights of games if we can keep winning. We're getting ready to do starting lineups here. Looks like we're going to do the anthem first. And then we'll do starting lineups. Yep. We're going to do national anthem, and we'll be right back after that with starting lineups. All right, there's your national anthem there, courtesy of the Hagerstown Tiger Band. They've been rocking out the whole pregame. I want to give a shout out to the band. They got, we were talking about earlier, a cello, a guitar, a bass.
Yep.
Been playing some good stuff.
Yes, they are.
Good evening, basketball fans.
All right, getting ready for starting lineups here.
Between the visiting Eastern Hancock Royals and your Hagerstown Tigers. Now let's meet tonight's rosters. Introducing first our visitors, the Royals of Eastern Hancock.
We'll look here first for the Royals. They've had the same starting lineup all 24 games. The Spalding twins, number 2, Silas Spalding, who we talked about in the pregame, the 6-foot senior. His twin brother Jake, also a 6-foot senior. They are identical twins. Number 23, Edric Miller, the third guard for the team, 6'3" senior. The small forward, a 6'3" senior, Grant Gray, number 33. And the big guy inside, number 43, a 6'3" sophomore, Caden Rubel. The Royals are coached by Mr. Aaron Spalding. Coach Spalding with 298 wins on his career. He's approaching that plateau of 300.
And now, Tiger Nation, it's time to rise up and get up on your
Now, you'll forgive me, I went with the starters based off their last game, so I may have messed up someone here for the starters for the Tigers, but we will do our best here.
Number 3, Drew Williamson. 5, Braden Sanders. 10, Anthony Kelly.
Let's see and again, we talked about it earlier, the numbers are a little off here because they're wearing the National Guard jerseys. White jerseys with the camo shoulders and camo side panels. They look pretty sharp, actually. I like those.
They do look cool.
So the starters here for the Hagerstown Tigers. Number 4, a 5'9" freshman, Isaac Schmitz. We have a 6'2" senior, number 12, Carter Jenkins. We got a 6'1" junior, number 14, Cole Tracy at the small forward position.
A 6-foot senior, number 20.
6-foot senior guard, Braden Favorites. And then the last one there, the last guard, number 22, a 5'10" senior, Mason Romack. And I'll tell you what, Scott, these names sound familiar because I feel like Romack, Favorite, Tracy, and Jenkins have been starting.
Yes.
I feel like Romack's in his 6th year. Did he get a COVID year of eligibility or something? That kid has been around.
Well, wasn't his dad a coach?
Yeah, his dad, or there was a Romack that was a coach. I don't know if it was his dad. I believe it was. He's also a really good football player. So he had a great year. Can't remember if he was all-state or just all-county, but he had a great year in football. Like I said, it feels like he's about in his 6th year here.
Yeah, he's going to be one that I'm not going to be sad to see go. He plays us tough every year.
Yes, he does.
All 6 years.
So Carter Jenkins and Grant Gray to jump. Jenkins tips it over to Romack. Over to Favorite. He's trapped, lost a handle on it, saves it, bounces around, and Edric Miller comes away with it. So quick steal by Edric Miller. Jacob Spalding gets it across. 2-3 zone here from the Tigers.
Yeah, and this will be interesting because we usually feast on zones.
Yes, we do. Carter Jenkins knocks that into the Tiger cheer block. We still have 3 Eastern Hancock students sitting in the Hagerstown cheer block.
I want to ask them what their strategy was. I'm just curious.
Eddie gets it up top to Jake. Jake over to Grant. He's got Rubel in the short corner. I like that we're getting Rubel involved with offensive touches early because that was a nice kick out to Eddie now. In there, Silas throws it away, trying to go to Rubel, and Carter Jenkins gets the steal.
Yeah, and that was a good idea. He had his back to Caden and didn't see that Caden moved all the way across.
Schmitz in there to Tracy. Tracy throws it across there to Jenkins, back up top to Romack. Romack over to Jenkins, into the corner to Schmitz. Schmitz thought about the 3. Gets it inside to Favorite. He goes up, blocked away by Rubel out of bounds, and it's going to go off Favorite.
Yeah, and you're going to see a similar thing from Hagerstown on offense like we were doing. Both teams playing a 2-3, but we got a little more length.
So 1:10 gone. Nobody's scored yet. Jake Spalding with the ball, guarded by Romack. Flips it over to Gray. In the corner to Miller. Back to Gray. Swings it back over to Jake. Jake back to Grant, back to Jake. Being real patient here.
Yeah, and that's a good sign too.
Yes, it is. Gray gets it up top over to Jake. He'll take the 3 from the left wing. In and out. Rebound. Put back. Oh, Silas couldn't get it. And then Romack beats us to the ball. Good offensive possession there. Schmitz, corner 3. No good. Rebound tipped. And Jake Spalding comes away with it. Still no score. 6:10 left here in the first quarter. Jake finds Grant. Grant gets it back up top to Jake, over to Eddie. Oh, Eddie shuffled the feet.
Yep,
Jake throws it in, but Tracy steals it away. That was Jenkins, my bad. Schmitz with it. Schmitz tries to throw it over here to Romack and throws it away. 2 minutes, 10 seconds gone. Nobody's scored yet.
The 23 guys, Kendall.
Kendall and Dorsler coming in. We saw Dorsler play in that first quarter of the JV game.
And is Kendall wearing 20? Okay, Kendall is wearing 23.
Yep.
Jake to Cy. They get it in there to Rubel. Rubel with the drop step. Nice move, but poked away by Dorchler, and then he gets the rebound.
Yeah.
I like what we're doing there, working through Rubel, but Dorchler just with the strong play.
Well, and they brought Dorsler in, and he gave him some size. They were not anywhere matched up with us size-wise those first couple possessions.
Tracy drives, kicks over to Romack, 3 off the mark, rebounded by Rubel. Gets it to Jake Spalding, off and running. Jake drives, gets to the rim, lays it up, gets the basket and the foul. Jake Spalding gets on the board. There's the replay on that.
It's good reverse finger roll.
Yep. By the way, you'll have to monitor the chat because I cannot see it, so you'll have to tell me how things are going in chat world. Jake off the mark. Let's get those misses out this week and make them all starting next week. Romack is fouled by Jake at the opposite free throw line, and Coach Spalding is not happy with Jake right now.
Yep.
Because Jake fouled out Tuesday night against Pendleton, and we've struggled when he has fouled out against.
Yep. And that's what happened at Newcastle.
Yeah.
And it's the early ones, they don't seem like a big deal, but they've come back to haunt us at the end of the games.
Especially 60 feet from the basket, too.
Yep.
Romack couldn't get that. Silas Spalding finds Rubel, corner 3 from Rubel off the side of the backboard, rebounded by Jenkins. Jenkins pushes the pace, but Silas does a nice job of forcing him out of bounds there. Be Royal ball again. So again, 2-0 Royals, 4:40 to go here in the first quarter.
Both teams trying to find some sort of offensive rhythm right now.
Yes. This zone really stymieing the Royals. They get into Rubel, nice extra pass over to Cy, nice strong take by Silas Spalding. He lays it up and in for 2.
Yep, cut right down the middle. Caden with a nice job feeding him off the low block. And
nice job. Jenkins to Tracy, and Tracy just finishes it strong there.
Yep, and that took advantage of our rotations.
Yep.
That's what you got to do.
Good ball movement there from the Tigers. Jake Spalding finds Rubel. Nice pass in there.
And you know what? That was set up by the ball fake to Cy, who was on the wing, made the defense rotate, and left Caden all by himself.
Romack here with the ball, gets it across the timeline. 3:52 to go, Eastern by 4. Romack gets it over there to Jenkins. Back to Romack, back up top to Jenkins. Jenkins nearly loses it, kicks it over there. That's Lawson for 3, no. Rebound fought for, Edrick saves it to Jake Spalding. So Eddie with the rebound, saves it to Jake. And then we got a jump ball that's going to go to the Royals.
Quick jump ball.
Yes, it was. So jump ball that will give, we'll have the ball. Possession arrow will turn to Hagerstown now. Jake Spalding with it. Gets it up top to Gray, swings it over to Eddie. Back to Gray, back to Jake. Silas up top, gets it over to Jake on the right wing. Into Grant. Grant turnaround jumper, no. Rebounded there by Lawson.
And one thing we haven't done right now is get on the offensive boards.
I think we've got one offensive rebound. It was Silas. Lawson over to Romack, back up top to Lawson. Into Tracy, over to Jenkins on the left wing.
Yeah, it was
nearly a travel there. They get it inside to Dorchler, back out to Romack. 3 from the right wing, no. Rebound by Rubel. Rubel looking strong on the glass right now.
Yeah.
I think a little frustrated with his offense. You know, he missed a shot badly and got blocked on another one. After those two, you can see he really is playing aggressive on the defensive end. Nice job getting into Gray. Back out to Cy. 3 on the wing. Good. Silas Spalding. He's got 5.
Oh, there we go. Spalding to Spalding on that turnover.
Yep. Jake's just going to pull the trigger. He buries it. timeout there by Coach Dortzler as Eastern Hancock goes from a 4-point lead to a 10-point lead in the snap of two fingers there. You are listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
Nine Star is very focused on customer and member care, focused on making sure that however we communicate with the member and customer is how they want to communicate.
You know, sometimes we're the one person that they speak to in a day, and you want that conversation to be happy and pleasant.
As a nonprofit co-op, we're focused on providing the best service we can for our members.
Nine Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
All right, we're back here. Eastern Hancock with a 10-point lead after neither team really could get anything going there for the first 6 minutes of the quarter. By the way, Caden Willis checked in to replace Rubel.
And he's playing now because Luke's hurt, right?
Luke is out. We don't know exactly. I think maybe a little precautionary.
Yeah.
So Caden full-time varsity tonight. And a good time coming into the sectional to get him those minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Shot there, no good by Jenkins, rebounded by Silas Spalding.
Caden definitely have the athleticism and the basketball ability to do well.
Cy no good on the shot. Rebound there by Lawson.
Oh,
but
nice
then
steal.
Cy with the steal on Dortzler. Oh, I can't get it to fall. Lawson with the rebound.
Yeah, and Cy got bumped a little bit there, and I think it threw his shot off just enough.
Refs, they're letting them play. One foul each way so far. Lawson, nothing there. Kicks it back out to Romack. They got a good group of young guys here. Schmitz is a freshman starting. A couple of Deutschler and Lawson, both sophomores here. Nice take there. Cole Tracy couldn't get it to fall. Rebounded by Silas Spalding. Silas over to Jake. Jake thought about it. Gets to Willis. Tries to dump it down to Gray. Poked away. Eddie comes away with it. Edric floater. Good.
Edric Miller.
Eastern pushes the lead up to 12. 42 seconds left here in the first quarter. There's Jenkins with it. Up top to Lawson. Swings it over to Romack. Romack gets pushed out by Eddie. He's going to drive, take it all the way up. Can't get the runner to fall. Grant Gray with the rebound, and that's going to be 20 seconds. Royals are going to hold for the last shot.
Man, they've still sat in their zone even with us hitting, and we have switched out into man-to-man, giving them fits.
They're swinging around, 6 on the clock. Jake Spalding for 3, buries it.
Three-pointer, Jake Spalding.
There's Tracy with the long heave at half court, no good.
Royal 17.
And at the end of the first quarter, a quarter that started out really competitive, Eastern Hancock leads 17-2 at the end of one.
Riley Carter. Tracy Cook.
And that was us finding our rhythm and them still struggling a little bit. And even on that last play, Tracy got in, was that Romack who threw that one up,
Yeah.
got in his way, couldn't get a full extension on it, and it came up about 6 inches short.
Well, and they've been getting to the rim. They've had, 3 or 4 layups
Yeah.
rim out. They
Yep.
just can't get them to fall. And then you could tell their zone had us stymied there for a while.
Yeah.
They were real active, but then a couple of slow rotations, and against our team, it's struggle. If you miss a rotation, you're going to get burned.
Yeah, and we've talked about defensively how that creates a lot of our offense, and in and amongst those 2 3-pointers by the Spaldings, we had a couple of steals by guys that led to some easy baskets as well.
So Eastern Hancock leads by 15. Jake leads the way with 8. Cy has 5. They have 13 of our 17 points. It'll be Hagerstown ball here to start the second quarter.
Have the ball begin our second quarter.
They have Lawson, Jenkins. Trying to see who else they have here.
Kelly came in.
Kendall.
Yep.
What else am I missing here? Favorite's back in.
Yeah, that was Kelly. Number 10 is
Yeah.
Anthony Kelly. They've got mostly a new group.
Silas swings it over to Edric, inside to Willis. Willis over the left shoulder, can't get the roll, tipped around, and finally corralled by Landon Lawson. Again, I like us going inside, though.
Yeah.
Whether it's Willis or Rubel or Gray, I like us not relying on just trying to penetrate. There's Kendall with it on the right wing. Trying to get Favorite on a roll, but it wasn't there. We go into Jenkins. Oh, they're going to call a bump there on Willis. Check the replay there.
I don't know. That was maybe by the letter of the law. That wasn't a particularly harsh foul.
No.
Rubel comes in.
Replaces Gray. They lob it in there to Jenkins. Over to Kendall. Again, lots of young guys here for this. It's a lot of young guys and a lot of seniors here for this Hagerstown team. It's like sophomores and seniors. Tracy's the only junior even on the roster. That shot bounced up and hit the it wouldn't be the wire.
I was going to say.
it's the railing up there.
We very unique backboard standards here.
They swing it around, get it to Silas in the corner. Skips it to Eddie, 3 from the wing. Boom. Edric Miller joins in on the three-point party. And we are on fire right now from 3. Hit 4 of them. Favorite, cut off by Willis, gets it to Schmitz. Schmitz up top to Kelly. You see Jenkins over there on the wing, guarded by Jake Spalding. Spins into the lane, over to Kelly. Kelly thought about the 3. Finds Schmitz, back to Kelly. 3, blocked by Willis, rebounded by Rubel.
And he was so close to the line, Caden couldn't get any of his guys streaking down court.
Willis too long on the rebound. We worked that drill in football practice, catching and staying on the sideline. I'll take credit for that play. Nice drive there by Schmitz. It just gets by Cy and hits the reverse layup. That was a nice take by him.
Yeah, it was. And they did a good job of using the rim as help, and now it's a steal. Favorite collects the foul.
I didn't catch what happened there. Who did he steal that away from?
I think it was intercepted pass, maybe.
Yep.
They don't want to give him any momentum. We've plenty in control right now.
They can hit threes. We know that. Lob it into Kelly. They get it over to Favorite. Trying to go inside. It was poked away from Lawson. He gets it over to Favorite. He's blocked, but they're going to call a foul. That's either Rubel or Willis. I can't tell. They're going to give that one to Willis.
Yeah, I think him swatting from behind. And one of the things Caden's got to adjust to right now is he's played against a lot of JV guys this season, and it's a step up when you're playing the full game here on the varsity games.
Yep.
That's something he could have gotten away with against some of those other players. So Gray will come in for him.
That's why I said you're glad to get him in tonight. Get him some of that varsity speed experience.
Yep.
So he's prepared for the sectional. Favorite hits both those. He's got 2 points. Leads down to 14 with 5:09 to play. Jake Spalding, quick 3, buries another one. Jake Spalding's got 3 threes. He was assisted by Silas there. Under 5 to play.
You can't. I don't know about that. It's a foul. I think that was a trip. Just legs tangled up. It's a tough call.
Cole Tracy.
They're rotating it up. It's like hockey players.
They're constantly. Yeah, they've got guys constantly coming in and out here. Schmitz throws it in, stolen away by Silas Spalding. Romack chases him down, but Silas lays it up and in for 2. That deflection was by Edric, and then Silas with the steal. Deflected. That one wasn't deflected, just went out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he just threw it off.
So Coach Spalding's going to take a timeout. Eastern Hancock leads 25-6. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network. We all need to eat more vegetables, but we run into the same problems every time we go to eat them. Carrots and peas just have no flavor. Beans and Brussels sprouts have side effects that will send children running in fear. But there is one vegetable that everyone loves. It's corn. And when it comes to corn, there's only one name to trust: Paxton Farms. Paxton Farms sweet corn has been your go-to source of corn in Hancock County for years. So head on down and grab some. And when you think of corn, think Paxton Farms. All right, we're back, folks. I want to thank our friends at Paxton Farms for always being one of our main sponsors here of Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
It is National Guard night or military night, however you want to say it tonight. But there's a student in a ghillie suit.
Jake Spalding, three from the wing, off the back of the rim, rebounded by Silas. Silas has got to have like 5 rebounds by now.
Yeah, he's been very active on the offensive end especially.
Gets it to Gray, swings Cy, 3 from the top of the key. No, Gray with the offensive rebound, but it's stolen away there by Tracy. Tracy goes down with it, flips it over to Favorite. Favorite back to Tracy. He goes up, blocked there by Rubel. Tracy gets his own rebound, knocked out of bounds off of Gray.
That was a really nice pass by Favorite.
Yes.
Initially to get Tracy open, but man, it's like being in a forest. The arms are so long.
And there could have been like 4 fouls on 4 different people on each team there. That one just went out of bounds, not deflected by Jake, just bad pass there by the Tigers. And right now the Tigers kind of shooting themselves in the foot with a lot of these turnovers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good defense by us, but just a couple poor passes on inbound plays have led to Royal points. Jenkins just came back in. They swing it over to Gray, into the corner to Eddie. Throws it up top to Cy, nearly stolen away by Jenkins.
Yeah, it was a good hustle from Jenkins.
Back to Ed. Ed thought about the 3. He's really trying to get it into Grant in the high post. Grant drills the shot. He gets on the scoreboard. There, they get it into Tracy. It was too easy. We didn't get back quick enough.
That was good job by Hagerstown pushing the ball.
Tracy's got half of their points, 4 of their 8. Jake over to Ed. Short corner to Rubel, back up top.
One more, there it is.
Nice job, Silas Spalding from Jacob Spalding.
Been multiple assist 3-point combos from those two tonight, both ways.
Do you think they have a school record for most assisted 3-pointers to each other?
Probably.
Tracy from 16 feet, no. Eddie gets the rebound. He's nearly tied up by Schmitz, but Edric comes away with it. Silas off and running, gets it over to Eddie.
Step in.
Eddie buries it. Edric Miller with another 3. He's got 8. Silas has 10. Jacob has 11, and that's a timeout from the Hagerstown Tigers. We are going to take a break and hear from our friends at 9 Star.
Nine Star is very focused on customer and member care, focused on making sure that however we communicate with the member and customer is how they want to communicate.
Sometimes we're the one person that they speak to in a day, and you want that conversation to be happy and pleasant.
As a nonprofit co-op, we're focused on providing the best service we can for our members.
9 Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
I want to, again, Hagerstown Band smells like teen spirit right there. Yeah. No cello in the Nirvana song, but sounding really good over there.
Yeah, they did. Got to be a kid's dream to play that riff.
Call a grab there. Looked like Edric grabbed Bromack as he went by.
I got to tell you, that, to me, the foul situation, only downside right now of what we're doing.
Because a lot of our fouls have been little things that we don't need to do.
Yeah.
33-8, Royals with the lead here.
Well, maybe we're getting it out of our system this week and not worry about it next.
Schmitz finds Favorite, pulls up from about 13 feet. No. Rebounded by Edric Miller. 2:19 to play. Eastern Hancock leads 33-8. Silas to Edric, guarded by Favorite. Edric drives, kicks to Cy. Cy thought about the three, gives it back to Jake up top. Jake will back it back out, reset the offense. He's guarded by Romack.
Look at that double. Hey, they set the picket fence for him.
Yeah, double screen there, getting the Eddie going to the basket. He's fouled. Not sure who that foul was on.
No, they called it on the floor, which is probably right, but that's unfortunate.
That was Favorite with the foul. Only his first. Silas finds Jake. He's guarded by Romack. Gets by Romack, puts it up. Can't get the bucket, but does get the foul, and that'll send Jake Spalding back to the line to shoot two.
Like to see him go for the reverse on that one, too.
Mm-hmm. He never, I don't know that I've seen him go for the reverse very often when he's going baseline, especially with that would be a left-handed reverse.
Yeah,
he likes to try to stop, get him in the air, and get that and one. Jake hits the first free throw. Caden Willis will come in. Edric Miller taking a seat. Eddie not normally in the rotation of coming out there. Usually that's a Gray, Rubel, Morris thing. Jake hits them both. Nice pass, Favorite to Tracy.
He
back
ran
out
into
to Schmitz.
the brick wall.
Yes. Back into Jake Spalding thought he had a block on Tracy. Did they call a foul?
I didn't see it.
Did he have his right hand on him when he blocked with the left?
I don't see it. He wasn't bracing him. That may have been one that it looked like a foul.
Yeah. So Jake picks up his second. Tracy goes to the line, knocks home the first. Minute 37 to go. Tracy's second one rolls in, and Eastern Hancock leads by 25, 35-10.
And the Tigers in the bonus.
Yes, they are. Jake guarded by Romack. Gets it over to Willis on the right wing. Willis lost the handle, gets it back up top to Silas. Silas working on Schmitz. Silas spins back out to Jake. Jake over Romack. Hits another three. That's his fourth three of the game.
Well, we got 8 as a team. Oh, and there's another one.
We got 8 threes as a team. Willis just picked up his third. Jaden Stein will come in for the Royals with 1:06 to play here in the half.
Jaden, another one of our Royals seniors.
Mm-hmm. First free throw is good there for Romack.
I mean, over half their points have to have come from the line.
They've got 5 from the line.
All right.
Make that 6. Romack's first basket or first points of the game. One minute left here. Silas Spalding gets a screen from Rubel. Got the switch onto Tracy. Dishes to Stein. Stein puts it up. Got fouled. But I think if he'd just gone up with it, it would have been a shooting foul. But then at the last second, he tried to pass it. It turns it from a shooting foul into an on-the-floor foul. So Silas to inbound, gets it to Rubel. Up top to Stein, over to Cy. Nice pass into Rubel. Rubel over the shoulder, can't quite finish it. Tracy saves it over to Romack for the rebound. Jenkins gets it up court. Finds Romack with 34 seconds. Romack over to Favorite. Finds Romack in the corner. He'll pull the trigger in short corner. No. Stein with the rebound.
I think we'll hold for one.
Yeah, 22 seconds left here. Royals lead by 26. They're going to come out and really guard Jake Hart. He might go for it. Nope,
Yeah.
he's going to back it back out. 10 seconds on the clock. Jake drives, dishes over to Gray. Gray drives, pulls up from 14 feet. No good. Rebound there by Favorite. Throws it up. Gray with the steal. Gray didn't even put up a shot there at the end of the half.
No, and whoever, I didn't catch who was guarding him. They got up just enough to make Grant have to hold the ball a little longer on his shot than he wanted to.
I think it was Schmitz that was there.
Yeah.
So at the end of the first half, the score, Eastern Hancock 38, Hagerstown 12. I think we're going to have a slightly extended halftime here. I just saw 12 on the scoreboard. It looks like there's a lot of very small, what appear to be youth cheerleaders in the bleachers on the other side. So I'm guessing it's youth cheer night.
Yeah, that would be my guess, too. And why not?
Is this 2 games in a row? We had youth cheer night at Newcastle, too.
Yes, we did.
So
They're trying to impress our 11th in the country cheer squad.
they are. So we'll be back after the halftime break. In the meantime, we'll let you listen to Commissioner Paul Neidig in the IHSAA Commissioner's Corner.
Is your car dirtier than the hog barn at the 4-H fair? Have your children made such a mess that your back seat resembles a landfill? Then you need a full-service car wash. And the best place to get that in Hancock County is at Dave's Express Car Wash in Greenfield. Dave's Express offers both exterior and interior cleaning. They also do oil changes and tires. And don't forget to swing by the grill for their world-famous tenderloin. It's a one-stop shop where you can get it all at Dave's Express in Greenfield.
This broadcast is copyrighted by the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the expressed written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back to another week with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig, our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA related. And Commissioner, what a great weekend last weekend. The always exciting, action-packed, drama-filled wrestling championship once again center stage at Gainbridge Fieldhouse and did not disappoint.
No, it did not, Coach. It was 11,000 people were in that facility or Gainbridge Fieldhouse on at the time for the finals on Saturday night. It was action-packed, as it always is, and it was it's just amazing. We have 11,000 people that make that pilgrimage to Indianapolis on an annual basis to watch wrestling, and they're fans. I mean, true fans. I mean, and they're so knowledgeable in the state. It's amazing.
We talk about culture of sports and everything, and wrestling has a passionate culture, as passionate as any other sport that the IHSAA offers.
It does, and it's families that grew up wrestling,
right?
And now their kids, their sons and grandsons are wrestling, and Coach, we're right around the corner, and their daughters are starting to wrestle in this state, and it's I think we're a very short period of time away, and we're going to be also celebrating the women that wrestle in the state of Indiana. So that's coming. I think it's going to be here soon.
Speaking of something being here soon, Saturday, the IHSAA Girls Basketball State Finals, the 48th annual state finals, taking place at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, 1A, Bethany Christian in Lanesville, 2A, LaPel and Forest Park, number 3 and 3A, Fairfield and Corydon Central, and in the nightcap, the 4A championship game between Fishers and Bedford North Lawrence. You've talked about this before, but of those 8 schools, there are a lot of names there that haven't been to a state finals before.
Absolutely, Coach. 5 of the 8 have not been to the home of the Fever at Gainbridge Fieldhouse and the Pacers. And we had the meeting yesterday. I know you were there and also interviewed the coaches. And it's really fun when they come in and they're attentive and they're listening and they're really excited because it's a chance for them to win a state championship. And, you know, I think and right now our matchups look phenomenal for this week. I can't wait to get to this Saturday and watch some more basketball.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA. It's Paul Neidig. And, Commissioner, I'm honored again to be doing the 1A championship on the radio part of the Champions Network. It's even at this extended age of mine, I will have trouble sleeping on Friday night after getting off Indiana Sports Talk, because it's a once in a lifetime operation and situation for kids. It's so important, and I feel the pressure. I feel the drama, and I'm happy to be a part of it and look forward to it on Saturday morning.
Yeah, you know, Coach, and we're so blessed to have you and all of our talent. The radio broadcast or the television broadcast, one of the things is we've got basketball guys, basketball people, and ladies that are on the call of those games, and they don't only get who's scoring the points, they get a breakdown of the game and, you know, what defense is being played and what offense is being played and how the flow of the game goes. And it's just really good to be in a state that has folks as yourself that really break a game down for our fans and make it live for them on the radio.
Well, you're very kind, and I appreciated beyond words being able to be with all of you on Sunday night for the boys' tournament pairing show. It was great. Greg Rakestraw is an unbelievable force of nature, and it's going to continue to be a tremendous month, weekends of great championship opportunities in the IHSAA. Commissioner Neidig, as always, thank you very much. I'll look forward to seeing you this weekend at the Girls Championship.
Absolutely, Coach. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
When moving into a new home, we ask ourselves questions like, who is the best internet provider in town? Well, have you considered locally owned 9-Star Connect? We've become the fastest, most reliable, and dedicated fiber-to-the-home internet company in central Indiana. Our internet packages have been modified, and we are changing speeds at a more competitive price. So give us a look. Visit us at 9starconnect.com. 9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Hey, Janie, you know what one of my favorite things about high school sports is? Seeing young fans in the stands cheering on their community.
I love watching elementary-age kids wearing their team's colors, holding up homemade signs, faces painted, just full of hopes and dreams. I'm Janie Ulmer.
And I'm Brian Lewis. We're both assistant commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. We're also both former student athletes who were once those young fans in the stands, dreaming about wearing a jersey for our high school one day.
When you support high school sports, you protect the next generation's dream of representing their high school with pride.
And you ensure the invaluable learning experience of education-based athletics is available for years to come.
So buy a ticket to your high school's athletic events, because it doesn't just support today's student athletes.
It supports tomorrow's too.
This is investing in your community. This is protecting their dream. This is your IHSAA.
righty, folks. We are back here getting ready to start the second half from Hagerstown High School. Eastern Hancock with the 38-12 lead at the halftime break. Really a slow starting game there, but the Royals put the clamps on defensively and then took off and caught fire from beyond the arc. I think we missed our first 2 threes, and then we went 8 of 12 after that.
Yeah, kind of ridiculous.
So Eastern Hancock, quick scoring breakdown. Jake Spalding with 16 first half points, including 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Silas Spalding with 10, including 2 of 4. Edric Miller hit both of his 3-point attempts. He's got 8. Grant Gray with 2, and Caden Rubel with a basket as well. The other thing that's been impressive, we've crashed the boards pretty hard. We've out-rebounded the Tigers 17-11, and we have 9 assists on those 14 made baskets. So it's been moving the ball really well. That zone really stymied us for the first 4 minutes of the game or so, but then we just kept working through. We didn't get impatient, which is something I really like, because we've been in the past, we would get impatient, try to take somebody off the dribble and end up with a bad shot or losing the ball. So I liked how we kept working it through, kept trying to get it to Grant and Rubel in the high post there. And that's how you get 9 assists on 14 made baskets, is with good ball movement.
We also cranked our defense up a notch too, which was good.
Yeah, how about this? Hagerstown, 3 of 13 from inside the arc, 0 of 7 from outside the arc. So wow. 3 of 20 shooting. It's only 15%. And we said it in the pregame, Hagerstown capable of playing really well, and we've seen it. Just they go through spurts, and I said I've seen on film games where they just can't get anything to fall, and that's kind of where they're at tonight.
Yeah.
They've gotten to the rim. They've missed several layups and just kind of struggle in there, and I don't know that they could do anything different, just get the roll.
And some of this is, you mentioned they have a few seniors, but they got a lot of sophomores. We've got such experience with our kids.
Now we're only playing 2 non-seniors, and Rubel started every game of the season, and Willis is a junior. So even our young guys have a ton of experience. So Eastern ball here to start the second half. Looks like starters both ways for each team. Jake Spalding, guarded there by Carter Jenkins, gets it over to Edric. He's got Romack on him, gets it back up top to Jake. Jake looking to drive on Jenkins, does. Kicks to his brother Cy. Cy penetrates in, kicks over to Eddie. Eddie spin move into the lane, back to Cy. Cy thought about the 3, pulls it back out, gets it to Jake. Jake, step back 3 over Schmitz, hits it. Jake Spalding with his 5th 3 of the game.
Yeah, he's still feeling it.
He's got 19.
By the way, every time Eddie does that spin move, it makes me think of somebody pressing like the triangle button on a remote control.
Silas up ahead to Jake. Silas with the steal, gets it to Jake for the layup. And Jake Spalding has 21.
Yeah, not the way the Tigers wanted to get started here.
And they get it into Schmitz in the lane. Schmitz working on Rubel, nothing there. Gets it back out to Favorite, back over to Romack on the left wing. 43-12, Eastern leads, just under a minute gone in the third quarter. Romack, they swing it over to Schmitz in the corner.
Yeah, that was a good pass. Schmitz just couldn't pull the trigger.
Get it to Jenkins, 15-footer. No, tipped up. Tracy and Rubel fighting for it. Rubel comes away with it. Silas Spalding's going to clear it out. Gets to Gray in the corner. Gray back to Silas. Pump fake, back to Gray in the corner. Cy's just looking for assists right now. He's passed up, I think, 3 threes. It literally looks like he's like, I'm going to try to get as many assists as I can. Schmitz poked away. Gray comes up with a steal, and then he's fouled by Tracy. And that will be Tracy's first.
Tracy and Favorite take a seat, and Kendall and Dorschler come back in.
Edric Miller brings it up, guarded by Romack. Up top to Rubel at the volleyball line. Gets it into Gray. Gray, nice tough D by Romack, but Gray gets it over to Rubel. Rubel, they're going to call him for a travel there. I think he went to go kind of bang with Dortchland there, and he hopped. That's what it was.
Yeah, and honestly, some of that was he wasn't on the side of the lane that he wanted to be on.
Nope. And right there, Kendall just tried to throw it over to Jenkins. Jenkins wasn't looking and throws it right into the Hagerstown student section.
I think the how Rubel grows with his baseline moves over the next couple of years is going to be real interesting. As a righty, that right-handed one is so natural, and I think we'll see him develop that left hand.
Cy pulls the trigger, buries the three, assisted by Edric Miller. I think how he develops offensively can impact a lot how our team's going to look over the next couple of years as well. Romack pulls up. Tough shot, no. Rebounded by Caden Rubel.
Yeah, he's going to be real dangerous inside. It's not like he's going to get any smaller.
46-12. Rubel with the ball, hands off to Jake. Jake wide open three. Finally missed one. Jenkins with the rebound.
I think he thought about that one too long.
Yes, he did.
Oh.
Rubel's going to get tagged with the foul. Romack with the crafty move there.
I think that was a charity foul. Caden was standing there minding his own business.
It was, again, we talked about Romack being such an experienced player. He just, kind of like Jake, knows how to draw some of those fouls. Romack knocks home on the free throw. Landon Lawson coming in. So they played 4 sophomores extensively. As Romack knocks home the second, he's got 4 points all from the line. Well, 4 sophomores and a freshman, they're playing a lot of minutes.
I will say coming up, I remember Griffin's class playing that sophomore class, and the Hagerstown the current sophomores are always pretty good.
Rubel couldn't catch that cleaner. He would have had an open look. Gets it over to Jake. Jake's going to drive. Clears us some space and hits over Jenkins.
That was a pretty jumper.
Jake Spalding with 2 more. He's got 23. That ties his season high, and it's only midway through the third quarter. Romack over Rubel. No. Rubel tips it up, grabs another rebound. Gets it to Gray. Gray up to Edric. Edric corrals it, and he gets by Romack, gets up to the rim. Can't get the roll, but does get the foul. And that'll send Edric Miller to the line to shoot 2. That foul went on Romack.
He hits one of these, we're on running clock.
Yes, we are. 48-14.
And Tigers just struggled shooting tonight.
Eddie hits the first, and there's your running clock, Scott.
Yep. Willis checks back in. Willis does have 3 fouls.
Not that that should come into play now, but
no.
And you want to almost let him see him, let him play with those fouls,
right?
And force him to, get some experience playing through the fouls. So 50-14, Willis with the steal, up ahead to Jake. Jake's going to lay it up and in. Jake Spalding with 25. Seem to have guys have really big nights here in this gym. Landon last year in the sectional championship.
Yep.
Now Jake. Kendall finds Jenkins. Jenkins to Romack. Romack back to Jenkins. Jenkins rises up over Edric. Too strong. Jake tips the rebound and finally corralled by Edric Miller. Back over to Jake. Jake, he wanted to pull the trigger, but gets it over to Gray.
Good.
Much better play there. Jacob Spalding assisting Edric Gray Grant Edric Gray.
He's combining them.
Grant Gray. Nice take by Romack. Can't finish it. Grant with the rebound over Schmitz. I don't know how that one wasn't a foul.
I think it's just because Schmitz was underneath him and so much shorter. That would have been unfair to call that foul.
Jake Spalding in and out, rebounded by Kendall. Jenkins with the 3 from the wing. Their first 3 of the game. That's the first 3 of the night. Their JV, I don't think, hit a 3.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I have that as their first 3 of the night. 55-17, Royals lead with 2:45 to go. Jake Spalding drives, lost. Oh,
he got slapped.
Yeah. I thought he just lost the handle on it, but Jenkins going to get called for the foul.
Keep stopping the clock like normal.
There's 2:24 to play here. Grant hands off to Silas. Back to Grant with the slip. Grant finishes it.
That was pretty.
Grant Gray with his 7th point. Assisted by Silas Spalding there.
You're right. Si's been an assist machine tonight.
Can't wait to get our stats and see exactly what he has. Schmitz goes up and in for 2.
As the kids say, he's dropping dimes.
That is what the kids say. I think. Jake just takes it up and in. Jacob Spalding with 2 more. He's got 27.
He looks like he's trying to prove a point, and I don't know what point that is.
Silas with the steal and then stolen back by Romack.
Yeah, he thought he got fouled.
3 on the way from Kendall. No. Rebounded by Gray. Silas Spalding gets to the rim, lays it up, gets fouled. That was Romack. That's going to be Romack's 4th. That'll send Silas to the line to shoot 2. Size short on the first one. Rubel and Stein coming in. They will replace Gray and Jacob Spalding. And Jake took kind of a weird tumble in the Pendleton game. So I don't know if, he looks fine tonight, but I don't know if it's one of those, hey, let's make sure he doesn't take any more weird tumbles here.
Right. Favorite Tracy checking in.
In a running clock game, you don't want to do anything, stupid if he's hobbled there. Although, obviously, watching him play, he's not hobbled.
Taking no chances, though.
There's Kelly up to Kendall. Kendall drives, pulls up from 10 feet. And, again, just they've gotten those looks as Willis pulls down the rebound, but they just cannot get anything to fall.
Yeah, that's the second time Silas has been hit on the sideline, and he is not happy with it.
There was Miller goes into Rubel. Rubel's fouled by Tracy. 45 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Eddie with the take and the layup.
Sorry, Mr. Barton has been texting us updates from some donkey basketball. 3 no good there from Kendall. Rebounded by Willis. He throws it up ahead to Miller, but Miller couldn't quite handle it. Oh, Kelly tries to zip it in there to Kendall. Can't get it. Stein finds Silas with 3 seconds left. Silas is going to get a half-court shot off. Just off the mark. And the end of the third quarter, the score, Eastern Hancock 62, Hagerstown 19.
And really, in this game's mirroring the JV game where they both started out very competitive, and then all of a sudden the Royals clamped it down on defense, got the offense going, and haven't looked back since.
You want to do our trivia question here?
Yeah.
All right. Here's our Dave's Express trivia question here. So Dave's Express Care Car Wash with the trivia question. Eastern Hancock coach Aaron Spalding is currently sitting at 298 career wins. Girls coach Sherry Dowd crossed the 300 win threshold way back in December. She's up to 312, I believe, 311. She can quote me on that. This one's looking like it's going to go the Royal way, put them 299. So if they can, obviously if they can finish off tonight, and if they can get 1 win in the sectional, then Coach Spalding will cross that 300 win threshold. How many schools have both of their coaches with over 300 wins?
That's a good question.
How many schools have both boys and girls coaches with over 300 wins? Rubel on the rebound there. Rubel gets another offensive rebound, puts it back up and in. Caden Rubel with his 4th point of the game. By the way, the clock is not on here.
course it's not, because I waited to see if it would automatically. I waited to see if it would automatically.
Hold on,
start.
I got it. All right, there you go. I got it. I'll finish. I can fix it with the computer faster.
Yeah, you could.
There we go. Sorry, trying to get all the computer bugs worked out.
Got to untrain my thumb right now.
Rubel backs down Tracy. No, rebounded by Favorite.
He worked hard for that and got a little low on the blocks. Wasn't happy with it, but
Kelly tries to Euro step and is going to get fouled.
And that was a frustration foul.
Yeah. Yeah, Rubel picked up the foul there. Remember, you got to tell us the chat. I can't see the chat. So we're getting any guesses
We've
on
got 8. Rick Whitgren guessed 8. Kyle Davis guessed 4. I don't know that there's any right now.
There's several.
Okay.
So more than one.
More than one.
Less than 100. Because you got to remember, there's 400 basketball playing schools in the state.
But you got to be at a place for a long time, even if you're winning a lot, to get 300 wins. Both coaches. Well, I guess it didn't have to be at the same school, right? You got to be coaching for a long time, I should say.
Kelly's second one no good. Rubel with that rebound. Gray swings it over to Silas. Silas leaves it for Eddie. Eddie just drives. Left-handed layup is good. Edric Miller with his 14th point of the game. The Royals have 66.
Anybody else out there? Sherry, you want to guess? If you're still watching, I mean, you're half the trivia question. We know you're carrying the load in the Dowd-Spalding combination.
Well, currently with what we say, 14 more. Still, that is an incredible number of wins.
Yep.
Over 600 wins. Think of the experience there between those two.
Yeah.
And there's still 300 less than J.R. Holmes at Bloomington South.
Yeah, which is amazing. That's longevity plus being incredibly successful year upon year.
He is approaching his 4 away from 900. Spin move. Nice move by Kelly. Another just can't get the roll, and then Tracy just can't get the roll. Eddie with the rebound. Up ahead to Grant. Hands off to Jake. His 3 off the mark. Rebounded by Rubel. And Rubel goes through Tracy. There's the replay on that one.
And Rubel made contact, but I think that's more of practicing taking a charge there.
So 5 minutes left here. Coach Spalding clearing the bench.
Frakes wants to know how many combined wins the Dowd household has.
That's a good question. Favorite drives, pulls up and under over Gray, can't get it. Tracy gets the tip.
Tracy.
Edric Miller drives, nice hesitation move around Schmitz, and then Eddie with another layup. He's got 16. His season high was 21 against Pendleton the other night. Gets it up ahead to Jake. Jake with kind of a wild shot, no good, rebounded by Jenkins.
I just looked at Coach Spalding's face after that shot. The expression was priceless.
Rubel gets the block and it goes out of bounds.
Full shift change for the Royals coming.
Eastern with the 46-point lead. 4 minutes left here. They're going to put in all the JV guys and Jaden Stein. Charlie Halcomb, Jaden Stein, Eli Manship, Luke Schilling, and Caden Willis.
All right, here we go. Whitgren said his 8 is to the Price is Right strategy. All right.
And move it around the perimeter here. Schmitz left-handed in the lane, no good. Fought for, Schmitz gets his own rebound, puts it back up, still no good. Tipped around, it's like Willis is going to come away with it. Willis trying to Euro step around, and he's going to get a foul called for him.
Some of his teammates on the bench thought he was going to get a chance to go dunk that one.
So Cade Willis to go to the line to shoot 2 here. going to reveal our answer.
Yeah, let's see.
So our trivia question, Coach Spalding with a win tonight looks like we're going to get, and if he can get a win in the game Tuesday night in the sectional, we'll move to 300 career wins. Sherry Dowd also has 300. How many schools have both boys and girls coaches with 300 wins? Your answer is 9. And Eastern would be the only 1A or 2A school with both coaches there.
Wow.
Schilling with that rebound. We'd be the only 1A or 2A school, and there's only 2 3A schools. So all 4A schools for the most part that have those coaches with lots of wins. Willis tries to dunk it, can't get it to fall. Rebound there by Drew Williamson. Williamson gets it over there to Sanders, back to Williamson. Out inside, Sanders blocked away by Willis. Willis gets the rebound, hands off to Schilling. Willis on the wing with it, gets it up top to Manship. Swings it over to Jaden, gets it underneath. Caden puts it up and in for 2. He gets on the board with 2 points. Royals break the 70-point threshold. Nice spin move there. Isaac Schmitz puts it up and in.
This has kind of turned into it's not quite a fast break layup fest, but
the defense has fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, not a whole lot of D right now.
Schilling up top with it. Schilling drives, kicks to Charlie. Charlie Halcomb, 3 from the wing. No. Rebound by Willis. Willis puts it up and in. Basket and the foul on Sanders. That sends Willis to the line to shoot 1.
First of the Tigers, number 5, Brayden Sanders. It's Thursday for number 7. Eastern Hancock's down the bonus.
Yeah, Rick, you'll be returning later for our showcase showdown.
Willis no good on the free throw. Rebounded by Schmitz with 45 seconds to play. Still, again, just how many layups they've had. They just can't get them to fall.
Yeah, I'd be curious what their shooting percentage was.
Charlie Halcomb with the layup there.
You don't usually see a lid on the bucket at a home game.
Drive there, cut off. Pass over there, stolen away by Willis.
Yeah, that was Schilling with the block.
Yeah, Schilling. Was it a block or a deflection? I couldn't tell if that was a.
I'd call it a block.
We'll give him a block and Willis a rebound then.
Yeah.
And the Royals will dribble out the clock. So your final score here from Hagerstown. Eastern Hancock 74, Hagerstown 24. The Royals with a 50-point win here to finish the regular season for both these teams. So Eastern Hancock will move to 18-6. They will actually host Irvington Prep Academy at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night. We'll be there for all the action. So if you can't make it out on a Tuesday night, I know sometimes that's hard. You can tune in and listen to us. We'll have the game. Hagerstown, as you said, I believe they get a bye, and they'll play Knightstown at 6 o'clock on Friday night, a week from today, and they'll be over at Shenandoah. They will fall to 7-16 on the season here.
Do want to remind the listeners we're on IHSAA TV starting next week as well.
Yep, the rest of the season, any more games that we can do, will all be on IHSAA TV. And like I said, we're hosting the sectional, so come on out, support the boys. First time we've hosted a boys sectional in school history. I think we've hosted 2 girls sectionals that I can remember.
Yeah, I can think of a couple.
But again, the first time we've hosted a boys sectional, so come on out, support them. And it's going to be a really competitive sectional. Looking at the teams that are in there, I know we said Irvington and Riverside have struggled this season, but Triton Central, a very good team. If we look at that again, the sectional bracket real quick, I can't see it. You got the screen in front of you, but I think when you look at Triton Central, I can't see it now. Triton Central, I think 15 and 6. Cecina 14 and 6. So again, that's one of those where those teams are really good teams. Sorry, I'm trying to see the thing and I couldn't see it. Those are really good teams. Hagerstown, again, right in the thick of it. I know Northeastern's the heavy favorite in that sectional, but again, anything can happen. You get to Friday or you get to Saturday night sectional championship game. You get some things to fall your way, and they've got a good shot. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, and we will see you Tuesday for the sectional.